today we're talking about dating. This is a topic I've wanted to get into the entire time I've been doing YouTube, but because I'm married and have children, it's a bit sensitive, so I've avoided it. But I went back and watched an old video and realized that I promised you guys I would get into some of this. So this is my attempt at getting into some of this without really getting into it too much, if you know what I mean. So, dating in Tokyo can be really, really fun, and in many regards, especially as a foreigner, it can be really, really easy. Is the experience different for different people? Of course, in the same way that it would be in any country in the world. But in general, if you're a foreign person, guy let's say, and you're interested in dating here in Japan, there are a lot of women who are interested in dating foreign guys. Obviously, Japanese women are interested in different kinds of guys in the same way that in any respective country, each individual has his or her own taste. So my personal experience as a black guy with dreads who's been here for the past 13 years, I've found that it's pretty hit or miss, which basically means if I meet someone and I'm interested in her, she's either going to also be interested in me to some extent or completely not. As in, there are some women who are open to the idea of dating a foreigner / black guy, dreads, etc. And then there are those who are completely not. Also, the way I like to put it, dating can be done in two different ways. One is dating seriously, the other is, as I call it, just having fun. I like to break those down into A and B. So A is proper dating, B is just having fun. So I did a lot of B dating because that's kind of what you do, I guess, in your 20s in a big city like Tokyo, or I'm sure New York, Miami, London, wherever. And I really enjoyed that. But I also did quite a bit of serious A dating. And of the two, I'm definitely an A style dater. I prefer to be in a serious relationship with somebody I really care about, because outside of that, it's kind of just wasting time having fun, which is important as well. And I did a lot of that. But on this side is where I find I really feel fulfilled. And that's obviously why I'm now married and, totally committed to my partner, because I really like this side more so than that one. But again, there's a time and a place for both. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the assumption that most of you are not necessarily interested in coming over here and immediately getting married, jumping into the A side. So to keep it really simple, if you're interested in coming here and doing that B style dating, which is kind of along the lines of having fun, and you're a foreign guy, just to put it out there, it's pretty easy to do. You're going to run into a whole bunch of different types, and you could literally create a separate video indexing the different types of Japanese women that you might end up dating. That's probably a video for a different YouTuber, because if I went ahead and made that list, it would get more detailed than I think I'm allowed to get in this medium. So I'm not going to be that guy, but Tokyo has been a lot, and it could very well be for you as well, if you're interested in coming over here and exploring life here. But again, the B side, lots of fun. At this point, very, very easy to meet people, especially online. If you do end up going out and meeting people, you just meet people the same way you would anywhere else, which is going out to nightclubs, restaurants, events, birthday parties, etc. You're bound to run into people through friends, friends of friends, or just complete randos. On the A side, quickly, so if you're interested in getting into something serious and you really know that you want to find a partner who you really care about and want to go down that path of a long-term relationship, that's also completely possible. Just like anywhere else, though, it's hard to find. You have to find someone who's at your level of communication. What I mean by that is if you're coming here, you're probably not a native Japanese speaker, and everyone in Japan is a native Japanese speaker. So if you're coming here as someone who doesn't really speak any Japanese and you're interested in pairing off with somebody who maybe speaks a little English, or you're working on your Japanese, first and foremost, go watch my video on dating across the English spectrum, because I really get into that in detail. But in general, an easy way to think about it is it's going to be pretty difficult to date domestically, meaning coming to Japan and dating someone who is Japanese, if you don't speak any Japanese. Of course, you can date people who speak English, but that pool is very small, and what you find is a lot of the English speakers have already dated / hooked up with other English speakers. And although Tokyo is a sprawling metropolis, the actual part of the city in which you'd spend your time partying is really small, and frankly, if you go out enough, you start to really know everyone, which was my experience when I was going out all the time. I mean, I knew like everyone, from the guys who were working the doors at different clubs and bars, to the promoters at different places, the regulars just up and down the street. I mean, it was intense. I went out a lot. So again, if you've got questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer. And I am sorry that I can't dive into too much detail, although I'd like to. I just can't in this medium. But in general, if you're interested in coming to Tokyo to have fun, you can do it, and I recommend doing so. If you're interested in coming here to meet a partner and be serious with that person, that's also completely an option, and there are plenty of people with whom you can pair off with. Guys, if you haven't already, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. And if you've got questions, please drop them in the comments below. Even the specific ones, I'll try to get back to you as specifically as I can, especially in the comment section, or find me on Instagram and DM me. Again, happy to, share some details if you're interested. But in general, hope this is helpful, and if you'd like to see other videos about topics like this, or even something different, please let me know, because frankly, I'm an open book to the extent that I can be, and I'm happy to share any and everything I can. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.
Dump in the jump for the shit, all top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rap shit. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line, what you fall through with the nightsticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go, it's only up from here. I've been on my own, just running through the field, say vivid for the ears. I know that's how they like it. Yeah, I fantasize. Tell me that it's real.